Hey, YouTube, hey. We have to talk about Game of Thrones. I mean, we have to. We were going to anyway, but now it's mandatory. I'm just, yes, and spoilers, all of the spoilers, like the spoiler beacon, I say again, because I'm gonna spoil this shit. I'm gonna spoil this bad boy right here. Now, right, I'm not gonna talk about that scene just yet. I'm gonna build up to that, because there were a number of other really great scenes between then, now and then. Now, we didn't get any Daenerys, we didn't get any Jon Snow or the Night's Watch, we didn't get any Stannis, but that's fine because this show is learning how to balance out. It was like, oh, we need to check in on this character, and enough of the stories are combining that they don't need to quite as much. We spent a good deal of time at King's Landing in this episode, which we didn't in the last one. So I like it. I like it. They're evening it out. They're portioning it out nicely. Um, at this rate, I would say that episode 9 is going to be that a massive battle for Winterfell, which will be pretty cool. Big battle in the snow. We have seen that, but we'll see it again. So starting off with, we touch base with Arya in the house of Black and White, still scrubbing away, getting really impatient, and she's like, "Why can't I do this?" And this weird girl's like, "Get back to work," because she's still a novice. She doesn't lie convincingly, especially regarding the Hound. That was an interesting point. It was like, "I hate him, I hate him," smack smack. No, you're lying. You're even lying to yourself. It's like, oh fuck, man. Okay, wow. All right. So that's good. That's good to know. She's not that cold. Um, but there's this really great bit where this poor man's leaving his daughter here, and he's like, "I've tried everything. I'm just trying to cure my daughter. I don't want her to suffer anymore." And Arya convinces her to drink the water because it's got healing properties. And then the next scene is her like tending to her body, and Jack in the car is like, "Okay, you're ready. Come on down here." And he shows her all the faces. It's like the Mines of Moria, but with faces amongst all the pillars, and they look so fresh and they look so like fleshy, and it's like, fuck, man, wow. So yeah, so she's ready to become a faceless man. So that'll be interesting to see. She's not quite graduated, but she's up there. This is shit getting real for Arya right now. Moving on, we check in with Tyrion and Jorah after the grayscale incident in Old Valyria, just hiking through the countryside. There's a brilliant scene. Ian Glenn, who plays Jorah Mormont, there's a scene where Tyrion is talking about, he let slip that Jorah Mormont, the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, was murdered by his own men. He died, and they close up onto Jorah's face. They keep it tight on that, and then he's just like, for a moment, it's just just the sadness registers, and it's beautiful. This guy, for all the Lord Friend Zone and all the jibes that he gets, and all the shit that people give him with all the memes and stuff online, he's a really great actor playing a really solid character, and I don't think he gets enough credit. And this in this scene and in a few before, he's been great. So good for him. Um, and then as they're hiking through the countryside, they come across a slaver ship. It's like, oh, the slavers, they must have come aboard for water. Yes, ha ha ha. And they get captured by Mr. fucking Echo. What? Mr. Echo from Lost is a slaver, and he's like, we'll take him. Cut off his cock. A dwarf's cock is good luck. He's like, the fuck? Yeah, so then he's like, how would you know it's a dwarf? You need to bring the dwarf whole. It's like, it's gonna be a dwarf-sized cock. Guess again! Oh, smarmy motherfucker. Oh, you gotta love him. But they convince Mr. Echo and his crazy crew to take them to the fighting pits of Marine. So we're going to see Jorah Mormont go all Maximus Viridius on it for a bit. That'll be cool. I'd watch the shit out of that. No idea what Tyrion's going to do. But, yes, I'm on board. Good call. Moving on, we'll go into King's Landing next. We see Littlefinger's arrived at King's Landing, and to the surprise of everyone in the audience, he reveals to Cersei that he has sources in Winterfell who've confirmed that Sansa Stark is there, which is weird. He's telling her the truth, but not the whole truth. He didn't confirm that he had anything to do with her escape. He just says, "This is where Sansa is right now. I'm loyal to the crown. I can give you her rather. As long as I'm named Warden of the North and all that. so I can help you. You know, and Cersei, being stupid, irrational, act without thinking. Cersei is like, I will crush the Boltons. I should never have trusted them. Ah! And Littlefinger's like, just let it play out, okay? Stannis is marching on them. Let's just see who wins and then mop up the victor, okay? You've got two rebels right now. Why don't you just let the rebels rebel themselves out? Yeah. So that's an interesting scene. Also, we get to see, Lady Olenna, the Queen of Thorns, comes back and she has a little tete-a-tete with Cersei, who's just completely, just completely blanking her. She's getting off on this, man. She's loving the fact that she's outwitted the Tyrells and endangered the alliance that they've got. It was like, this isn't smart. He's like, uh, you know, Queen of Thorns says, "Listen, I didn't like your father. I didn't trust your father, but even he knew that sometimes it's better to make an alliance with your rivals than fight against them." And she's like, "House Lannister has no rival." No, bitch, you. Mm. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, she's irrational and she's prideful, and whilst she's the Queen Mother, she can control all the strings because, as we've seen we see in a later scene, Tommen is useless. He's just so ineffective. The Lannister boys, there's no middle ground between being too scared to act and I will kill them all and put their heads on spikes. Ah, there's no happy medium there. Like, I don't know what Myrcella is like. She's just a girl who wants to get married to this handsome Dornish boy, I guess. So yeah. Uh, but that was a great scene. The court scene there, whenever they they have Sir Loras on trial and he's denying all the charges of being gay, which is damn, man, bit meta right now. And then they bring Marjorie up and it's like, do you know any of this? And she's like, no, these are all lies. And then they bring that dude out from the whorehouse. He's like, well, he's got a mark on his inner thigh that looks like Dorne. And he's like, you liar! Yeah! And he tries to kill him. And then he gets dragged away. He's like, and the High Sparrow goes, arrest the Queen as well. She's like, what? He's like, I'm the Queen! No, you lied in front of the faith. That's just as bad. Go on, take her. And you can hear her crying, I'm the Queen! And she's crying out for Tommen. And Tommen's just looking there all scared going, it was like, what the fuck? Like, if you lost your virginity to the most beautiful girl in the world, you'd be fighting for that girl, okay? I don't understand why it's beyond me. But like I said, like, you just see Cersei just quietly smirking in the corner going, I'm getting it all. Yes. I just don't, I can't. But yeah, this is disastrous, and I'm sure it's going to blow up in her face because this is Cersei's season. She's driving a lot of the big plots. Going down to Dorne, we see Jaime and Bronn infiltrating the Water Gardens and having a really cool, like, 2-on-3 fight scene with the Sand Snakes. One has two daggers, one has a spear, one has a whip. They kind of all sort of it's pretty tight, and then I almost said the Imperial Guard, but like the Dornish Guard shows up and says, "Stop!" He like walked up to Jaime and was like, "When you were whole, this would have been a good fight." Because this guy likes his axe. He was like, axe versus sword, Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer, that would have been good. No, it's nothing. And then they rush in and arrest Oberyn's paragon. What was her name again? Illyria. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the fallout of that. And just to see why, I mean, the guy, the really cool, measured Prince Dorian Martell, that ruler of Dorne. I'd like to see his reaction to this. I'd like to see more of that guy because the Dornish storyline isn't my favorite so far, but I like him. He's a really good actor, and I'd like to see more of him being him. No Stannis, who's one of my favorite characters and probably the real survivor of the War of Five Kings. Sorry, he's still fighting away. So good for him. No Stannis on this episode, but we do touch base in Winterfell, and now I'm going to talk about that scene, okay? We see, after showing how much she's changed and how strong she is to Miranda, who's trying to intimidate her during a bath, he's like, what's your name? And how long have you been in love with him? Okay, this is my home, and you don't scare me. And she just rushed off, okay? So that's good. We're like, yeah, atta girl. You know, it's the horrors that she went through in King's Landing have changed her. They've strengthened her. That's how you turn a soft metal into steel, man. You beat it into shape, and god damn it, she was beaten into shape. So fair play to her. Um, we see their wedding, and it all goes off without a hitch. And then it cuts to the wedding night, and it's we all knew this was coming. Come on, like whenever we found out Sansa was going to get married to Ramsay Bolton, we're like, this ain't going to go well, you know. Um, Especially like, what is Littlefinger's plan? Is he really willing to sacrifice Sansa? Because you think he has admitted multiple times he wants it all. He wants it all, and he wants it now. Um, but you know, like, you'd think Sansa is the only other thing in the world that we thought he cared about, and yet this happens on her wedding night. She gets her dress ripped off her, and just, I mean, it's she gets raped. She gets raped by Ramsay Bolton. There's no seduction. There's no romance. There's sort of veiled threats. There's a lot of tension where he's like, I don't like asking again. Um, and the fact that he gets off, and the fact that Theon Reek has to stand there watching, and as we pull in, and the strings and the music gets higher and higher and tighter and more tense, and then we pull in on like Theon's face and just the horror. I think this is what's going to make him snap back. Like this, because he grew up with this girl. She does say, "It's like you've known her as a girl. Now watch her become a woman." I'm like, oh, and it's just, I have to, I want to say this without sounding like a weirdo. I thought they were going to be a bit more graphic with that, because Game of Thrones doesn't often shy away. Um, but I guess rape is the line. They it's happening. They're not going to be that graphic about it. So I guess that's fine. But those are all my thoughts on Game of Thrones season 5, episode 6, Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken, and fuck me, what an episode, dude. Looking forward to next week. Keep it up, Game of Thrones. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. All the best.